You know, during your campaign, one of the things you talked about a lot is that you encouraged Oklahomans to dream big. And everything I've read about you, it sounded like you started dreaming big as a very young guy, even before college. I read that you would even lie in bed as a pretty young guy and think about what kind of degree and do I need to get in college in order to be a successful businessman?
Yes.
So tell me a little bit about a young man that thinks in that way.
You know, I mean, I guess just the Lord puts different desires in everybody's heart. And so just from a little boy, I always dreamed about being a businessman. And my heroes were always the successful business people. So T. Boone Pickens and back in the day, back when I was in college, Bill Gates was rising. And so, you know, I just kind of always, those were always my heroes. Always was entrepreneurial, wanted to have my own business. And that's why I got an accounting degree. I felt like that was the best business degree to get, and never knew I wasn't really going to do accounting, but maybe I should have gone back and actually did that for a couple years out of school, but I thought it was a great business degree to get and was going to help me in you know, future business is what I thought.
Your former pledge brother, Hobie Higgins, told me the other day on the phone that I guess after your freshman year, you were offered a pretty plum assignment to be the recruiting director, whatever they called it, rush chairman,
yeah.
For the summer with all kinds of amazing perks for, you know, what a 19-year-old. And you turned that assignment down to sell books door to door. Tell me about that decision.
I was supposed to be the rush chairman that summer, which was the best job to have in the Greek system. You got an apartment and you had a $10,000 budget. But I just felt like for my future career that going, you know, selling books with the Southwestern Company was going to be more beneficial for me. I was going to learn more. My friends at the time didn't understand that. They were like, "You're crazy." But it turned out to be the right decision for me. I ended up learning a lot about sales and learn about self-discipline and you know, knocking on doors and kind of running a little business for that summer, and ended up doing really well. And then I ended up doing that for 4 summers and came back, recruited all of my college buddies. And by the time I graduated from college, I had 50 college kids working for me. And so it was a great experience for me, and it kind of shaped my, my life and my belief that I could do anything that I set my mind to. And it taught me a lot about leadership and working with my friends and setting goals. And so it was the right decision for me.
So on the academic side of your time at OSU, you majored in accounting. Who, whether it was a professor or an advisor, was there anyone in particular who really was an influence on you from the academic aspect?
Well, you know, Chastain was the head of the accounting department at the time, and so I looked up to him, and there were just tons of professors. My B-Law professor was great. My stat professor was fantastic. I love statistics in school, and you know, all those folks were fantastic. I can't remember all the names of my professors at this point.
Oh, sure.
But actually a couple of them I think have come to some of the campaign events during the time, and I've been able to meet them, not only high school but also college professors. So, but it was a fantastic experience. Accounting at the time, I don't know where they rank today, but it was one of the top 10 accounting programs in the country, and it was, you know, really rigorous and tough, and it was fantastic.
As governor, you've talked a lot throughout the campaign and early on about how important education is. And we'd love to hear from you about your vision of higher education for Oklahoma.
Yeah. So, you know, obviously education is just a core function of state government. It's something that we've got to do a better job of. We are ranking near the bottom of a lot of the categories, and education is one of them. And so I'm challenging Oklahoma to be top 10 and to really look at other states, because I don't think we have any different issues than they do anywhere else. And so education, you know, Common Ed, career techs, higher ed, I want to kind of break through some of those silos and reimagine what that looks like. Higher ed specifically, you know, becoming more of a research institution is something that I'm focused on. I actually had lunch with Burns today, and talking about, you know, what they need to move the needle and what we can do to work closer with some of our 2-year colleges and our career techs, but specifically around the you know, the research side of things. I think that'll put Oklahoma on the map, and then businesses and incubators and other businesses can kind of flow out of that. That's an economic development, because with grant dollars from either business or the federal government coming into our state, And this is going to be, all it is really is just we have to go out and we've got to find either home grow those professors that are really good at researching and grants, or we got to go recruit them to our state and find the resources to pay them market. But this is just like any kind of business. Let's just go figure out what moves the needle in our state, and let's go get that and do it better than the other states around us.